Welcome to Campus Chat, a look at the people, the opportunities, programs, and happenings at Western Nevada College. Campus Chat is made possible by the Western Nevada College Foundation.
Hello and welcome to Campus Chat. This is the show about Western Nevada College, its people and programs. My name is Helene Morris, and we are thrilled to be in the Andy Budd-Eye Welding Technology Center. It's a phenomenal facility. You can see we're surrounded by all types of welding machines and gadgets, and it's a fantastic building. We were blessed by Andy Budd-Eye and his magnificent donation. Andy has passed away, but we're still entirely grateful to him for his generosity. Our first guests today are the co-chairs of WNC's Athletic Development Committee. Sitting right next to me is Robin Williamson, and next to her is Dr. Steve Lewis. So welcome.
Good morning.
Morning. Nice to have you here. So what's up with athletics? I mean, what's our first? What are we going to be talking about today?
Baseball, softball.
Baseball, softball. Those are the only athletics that we have, but we really like them.
We're happy with them.
But we love our Wildcats, don't we? And it's our 8th year, isn't it?
Yes, it's amazing. Who would have thought, but it's our 8th year. We have 2 teams that are growing and developing and getting better, and Steve has their fall records that they're doing well. We have women's softball and men's baseball, and we have a fundraiser coming up in January.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
You know, driving up here to be here, I was just thinking that it is so amazing that WNC went for so long without athletics. Mm-hmm. It was a different place. It was a totally different place. It attracted a totally different student body. And now we have a younger student body.
Right.
It's lively. It's excited. They have something more to be excited about.
Right.
And it's just a really exciting time to witness and to be a part of.
Well, it's brought a lot to the campus, and I think it's solved our goals. Initially, our goals at the very beginning was trying to create an environment, a lot of community pride, but also to encourage first-time, full-time students to come. Mm-hmm. We're getting a higher percentage, I think, of more high school graduates coming, so it's all been really positive.
That's right. And that was, remember, one of our basic tenets when we started was there were so many really good young athletes graduating from Nevada high schools that were going out of state because we didn't have programs at the community college level, at the local college level. And so we're attracting more students. We're keeping them in Nevada. They're going on to other 4-year colleges, and that's what we want. Keep them in the state and keep them in school and give them a bright future.
Now, we have a pretty new softball team, don't we? They've been in 2 years. We've got a new coach, Leah Wentworth.
Right.
Let's talk about her for a minute.
Well, we didn't have a really good season. Let's see, what was it, 6-38. And we've got 2 returning players for this upcoming season. So Leah is doing a lot of recruiting, so to speak. And she's young. She's excited. She's going to attract some great players.
She is.
And
she's really enthusiastic too.
And actually, I noticed that Scenic West has, I think, 7 teams that play softball, whereas in the Scenic West in baseball only has 6 teams.
Correct.
So we've got more teams to play.
Right, and another exciting thing too is we're working on a softball field on the Carson campus. We got the Lakota Hanson Architectural Firm to donate all of their services. Mike Bennett from Loomis is going to help donate his services too. Sam Hersig with Deja Vu Construction is also spearheading this. So we've got a lot of great people coming together to help us with softball.
That's wonderful.
So I think they'll have a good season. I know that this will be the first class that Leah has totally recruited on her own. So, and she has Andrea Lazari as an assistant,
right,
full-time assistant. Right. So it's going to be good.
Well, won't that softball field just enhance this campus even more?
Oh, I know it.
I mean, the baseball field.
It's great. You know what's great about the baseball field is how many other teams use it, like Little League, Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio Championship.
And that it should.
Yeah.
It's the community's college.
Right.
Well, and right now, when we're developing the teams of softball, we're using the community's facilities, and so we certainly want to reciprocate, and we have done that in baseball, and they're both the softball will be a fantastic facility, and the baseball field.
Yeah, we are grateful to Parks and Rec in the city of Carson. Yeah, baseball, though, had a great year.
Oh, absolutely. I think we came in second in the conference. That's correct. We had, 16 a game winning streak. The record was 28-12 in conference. And
in the top 10 for the third time.
Top 10 in the nation.
Yeah, in the nation.
Yes.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh, wow.
We're looking forward to both teams, I think, this year.
Yeah.
So how
about when we beat College of Southern Nevada
we need
4 straight games?
We got to talk about this because it was the only time in Southern Nevada's history that they've been swept in their 10 or 11-year history.
Yeah.
They had Bryce Harper, who ended up being the number 1 Major League Baseball pick for the Washington Nationals. First time in baseball history, and a junior college prospect was number 1. Mm-hmm. And we cleaned their clock. This doesn't go down to Las Vegas, so we're okay, right? Keith,
they were all
don't go to Vegas.
They were all close games. I mean, they were nail biters.
Three of the games were won with walk-off hits.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, it was marvelous.
Especially with baseball going on right now.
Yes.
Makes you proud to be a Wildcat.
Yeah, that's right.
I tell you, it really does.
That's right. Remember early on we switched from Jackrabbits to Wildcats. We wanted to be a predator, not the prey. That's worked.
That was a big move for us. Yeah. We wanted to go back to Wildcats. Yeah, that was good. Well, let's talk a little bit about the fundraiser because we always need private support.
Okay. Peppermill, January, Saturday night, January 15th, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Tickets are $100. Table 700.
For seats 10.
And it seats 10, right? So that's a heck of a
Tickets are $75 before January 1st, $100 afterwards.
Okay.
Right. But one of the big things is we decided our little committee to do an outreach to the local high schools, and so if the high schools baseball and softball teams participate in the selling, they will share some of the proceeds.
Right. So whatever on your reservation card will have a spot that says list a Nevada high school baseball or softball team of your choice, and they will get 20% of the gross or 50% on the net, depending on how.
That's community sharing.
Yeah.
That's bringing everybody in on this benefit.
And we don't know who it's going to be yet, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's always a good time. They're always good. Yeah, last year we had Dustin Pedroia. We've had Charlie Kerfield, Mark Kotze,
Steve Garvey was our first.
We're looking at Carlos Quentin. He's with the Chicago White Sox. He graduated from Stanford. Really smart guy, really good baseball player. So hopefully we'll get him. Or Freddie Sanchez from the Giants.
Yes, he's doing well.
Wow.
Giants are doing good.
Yeah, that would be
so. Anything else that you want to talk about in the
do you want
12
to tell
seconds
people
we have?
if people want to order tickets, where would they call?
Thank you, Robin. They would call me at 445-3240. Or email me at jessie@wnc.edu. And then you can check our website because you can belong to the Spartan 300.
Yes.
Which is a great effort by a group of people to keep athletics alive.
And are we almost out of time?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? I was going to go on, but forget it now. I'm done.
Yeah, well, this is pretty casual show today. I mean, that's what I like about Campus Chat. We just chat. So I'd like to thank Robin Williamson and Dr. Steve Lewis, who are co-chairs of this great committee. They've been in charge for a long time, and we're really grateful for their help and their work. And please help us support Wildcats Athletics. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Campus Chat. My name is Helene Morris, and we're in the Andy Budeye Welding Technology Center. And I'm here with Ed Martin, who is the Division Chair of the Technology area, and he's also an exemplary welding instructor and welding person. And so we're glad to have you here, Ed.
Well, thank you.
You know, we've been talking, it's fairly apparent that Nevada's economy is in a bust situation. And it's, I think, readily apparent that a well-funded higher education infrastructure is really one of the only ways to achieve growth and diversification for the economy. And so colleges, I think, are an economic engine, and we provide the workforce that is necessary to, retool and retrain our industries. And so we need more Nevadans with degrees and certificates and the ability to work in hands-on areas. And I think the college and Ed Martin's division has done a really good job at positioning Western Nevada College to help the state in this difficult time. And so it's really nice to have you here, Ed.
Oh, thank you.
So I mentioned you're a division chair. You're also a welding instructor, but I understand you also have a really great history with metalworking. And so, and that not only do you enjoy it, but you're a master at it. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that and how you got into it?
Well, I really don't know how to do anything else. My father was an iron worker, so was my grandfather, and we just work with metal and work with our hands, and we love doing it. And it's really a cool opportunity to be able to spend a career in this, in doing something you love, and pass that on.
And teach people.
Yeah.
Well, now, we have some beautiful welding sculptures like on our buildings. Did you do those also?
Yeah, those were done here. Randy did the majority of the cutting, but those all were done here on our cutting machines. And they were all, during that process, used as training projects for the students. So they learned how to use the cutters and use the equipment. So it's really kind of cool to take what we know and pass it on.
Right.
That's
and that it can be an artistic endeavor as well, metalworking.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Yeah, so you've been doing it for a long time.
All my life.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Although we're going to talk in more detail about the scope of the program, let's talk about the scope of the technology division that you're involved in. What are the programs of training offered in the technology division?
Well, what we do is, I'll start off with the rentals building. We have a Cisco program, Cisco Networking. Mm-hmm. It's computer interaction between companies and organizations, and that's really cool. Dave Risky runs that. Across from Dave is Emily, and she runs our electronics kind of things, and we're doing some grid work with wind generation, photovoltaic kinds of things. She also works connecting companies to companies and those kind of things. And that's really a cool program there, too. And then we have a brand new computer lab that we just kind of remodeled and moved down the hall. We just brought in a whole series of laptop computers for our construction program. And that's really kind of neat because they can do just electronic bidding and estimating on all this new equipment.
Oh, that is great.
And our construction students are really excited now. They have a computer lab down there close to the construction area, and that's what we do just in the rentals building. But what we're trying to do is raise the bar here, because in spite of the economy, if we can give these kids the right skills, they're going to be okay. In spite of all this,
right?
And that's the exciting part. Is we're really passionate about passing on what we know, and all the faculty here take on the same enthusiasm, because we kind of have a responsibility to these kids to deliver something really good.
Right.
And then down below we have an automotive program that we just went through nearly a 2-year accreditation process, and the students are able to leave here with ASE certifications. So now they're more employable at upper-ended jobs with these dealerships. And so that's really cool. Our enrollment's nearly doubled since we've done this. And then we just got through last month or two with an accredited test facility for this welding department. So now we're probably only one of 2 testing facilities in the state of Nevada for the welders. And that really takes their applications and puts them close to the top of the pile. And our machine tool program, Paul's been doing this all his life. And the students are leaving there with machine skills, and actually there's work for the machinists in this area. But one of the things we really take pride on in my division, and I call it mine because I really like doing this, But we've got a facility in Fallon that we're just right now just putting some polish on and getting ready to do some training because companies are moving into the Fallon area.
Right.
And we opened a program in Yerington, and that's going to go pretty soon.
Welding or?
Yeah, welding.
Oh, that's great.
So that's going to be kind of cool.
There's a lot of geothermal out there and new renewable energy projects out there, right?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of things. And I think what we bring to these young kids is maybe they're not high achievers in high school and all this stuff, but we kind of bring hope to them. You know, there is a place. They come here and all of a sudden they have this success story. They're going, well, you know, maybe I didn't do so well here, but look what I can do here.
Right.
And there's a future in this. And one of the other things that I'm really excited about as a division chair is the faculty we have in this division.
Well, you've got some great faculty.
We've got not only people with depth of education, but some of them 20 years experience to go with that education. And when those two come together, there's really something special to offer these kids.
Right. So they can, not only do you have instructors who know how to teach, they've got this vast background in the industry that they're teaching. So if they have the practical experience, they can, you know, share their experiences in the field and help these kids, or adults even, move on. Right?
Exactly.
So do you think, do you think you represent or reflect the needs of the manufacturing community in our area?
Well, that's exactly how we design our programs. We have advisory committee meetings. We bring in industry people from different tiers of industry, and we sit them down at a table and go, you know, in order to employ our kids, give them hope in the future, what should we be doing? What's the direction of industry? And then we take our program's curriculum and we start designing it to move in that direction. Right. You know, one of our primary goals is, you know, maybe it's not always a degree, but a job. A lot of the students come to us and go, we're not eating so well.
Right. And what's the first thing that a new business asks about when they come to the area?
Well, is there a workforce?
Right.
Is there an employable workforce?
And is it a skilled workforce?
Right. Is it skilled? And that's what we do, is we provide that level, the skills. And we have the bar pretty high here. And they leave here. We have OSHA trainers in our construction program. We also have Brian Crow teaches the OSHA classes. So they leave here not only with the skills, but they're ready to go the first day.
Right. That's great.
I know.
Well, we're going to talk more with Ed Martin, who is the division chair of the Technology Division here at Western Nevada College. We're in the Andy Butt-Eye Welding Center, so stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Campus Chat. My name is Helene Morris, and once again we're in the Andy Butt-Eye Welding Center, a great facility, just state-of-the-art equipment if you want to learn how to weld. And what kind of classes do you teach here in this center? Like, do you teach underwater welding?
No, we don't, but we do have training material for that.
Oh, you do?
And we are hooked up with a company in San Diego and Seattle that do teach that. So we can refer students, and we refer students that really like to weld, but maybe we don't offer the class. We're connected with the American Welding Society now that we're accredited test facility. So our resources now for our students are worldwide. The job searches they can do are worldwide now.
Right.
Our credentials that Randy and I offer here are accepted around the world.
Oh, that's great. Now you can get a 2-year degree in welding here?
Yes.
So what kind of classes do you take?
Well, we have beginning classes for people that just want to come in and get started, maybe interested, took a high school class or something. They come here, and one of the things we're really proud of is we have a pretty good placement rate for these students that are really good welders. We're hooked to the unions, to the iron workers, local industry. There's still people retiring and they fill those jobs, so there's still some out there, but they have to be good. We offer intermediate classes so people can improve their skills, and then we have the certification classes where they actually can leave here certified welders. Randy and I have the credentials to give those certifications. And then we have the hobby class. We have a lot of people
I was
that come in
wondering
here.
about that.
Yeah, they come in here for projects, and those are pretty fun. And we have one in the day and usually one in the evening. And it's just a relaxing time. There's nothing on TV. Come and sign up for a welding class.
Yeah, you can learn how to run a bead or what's that? What's that?
Oh yeah, you can learn how to weld with almost any of the processes. We have tons of cutting equipment and a big scrap iron pile out the back. Yeah.
You get a lot of donations from various people for in-kind metals and stuff like that. Well, where do you get that metal?
Well, we do. American Buildings is a good one. There's a couple other companies in town that give us steel. And what we do is they employ our students and they see our outcomes. And they're going, well, these kids have really done well down there. We've got a couple of tons of steel. Rather than sell it for $100, let's give it to the college.
Yeah, that's great.
And so it really, really helps, especially as we tighten our belts.
Right. So do you see students that come in from high school who might not have the best attitude, and then you can turn them around because they find something that they like to do finally?
Oh yeah, those are our best students.
Yeah, that's great. Really?
Well, yeah, a lot of times those are our best. Yeah, they just wandered around during their high school time, weren't very successful, and they come here and all of a sudden they have a success story. I feel good about doing this. I really feel comfortable and I'm doing well at it, and I can turn this into a job or a career.
Right.
And so
that's got to make you feel pretty good, huh?
Oh yeah, we love it.
Well, how's your enrollment? Are your classes full?
Oh yeah, we're doing pretty well. Yeah, in spite of everything, we're doing real well.
Well, I noticed looking around here, this place is spotless.
Oh yeah, all our facilities are this way.
Well, that's pretty impressive. I mean, you go to, there's some shops that are just a mess. And I said, I think this is really indicative of the quality of the program and how clean it is.
One of the things we try to do is we raise the bar pretty high. The students are here. This should represent a well-organized facility where they would go to work. And so their attitude, how they act in here, how they interact with each other, should represent the workplace. So they don't go out there and get fired for doing things they shouldn't do. Also, when they walk into our facilities, and I think this is true for all of them, they're clean, they're neat, the stuff is well organized, everything is really current, and so their educational experience is really good.
Yeah, that is so cool. That is great. You know what I heard that one time with a job interview, the employer walked the client out to their car, and he said that he did that so he could look at the person's car. And if the car was clean, he had a pretty good idea that the person would be clean. But if it was a mess, it just gave him an indication. So I've been cleaning my car ever since. No, I mean, that's a true story. I mean, it's pretty amazing. So this is really indicative of a level of excellence. I think it's great.
And we work hard at it. We work hard at that image, that we really do a good job. Our facilities are well kept. Our faculty are well trained, have the right backgrounds, and they're working in the right place.
Right.
And it seems to work really well.
Yeah, that's great. Now, you talked about expanding welding into like Yerington, I think you said, and Fallon.
Yerington.
Are there other technology classes offered in the outlying areas that students who don't necessarily live in Carson City can go to?
Well, we have an ASC automotive class in Fallon. And a lot of the equipment that we kind of retired from here, we took over there, had it rebuilt in the process. So there is opportunities over there. And then we have web classes. Emily teaches and her electronics over the web.
She has some really interesting, amazing what she can do on the web with electronics.
Oh, yeah.
I saw her demonstration of her online class, and I was impressed.
Oh, yeah, those are fascinating. The students can wire things, they can troubleshoot things, and it's all done electronically.
Yeah, that's neat. And then you have a new instructor. Well, in the construction technology program is Western Nevada College's only baccalaureate degree, and that's a 4-year degree in construction management. And you have a new instructor there, Russ Fittyman. How's he doing?
He's doing really good.
Yeah, that was a great find, I think, getting him.
Yeah, he came in with about 20 years experience in the construction field, and so he brings in a really kind of a neat background that complement the other two instructors.
Yeah.
And so, it's really neat to see that 4-year program doing well. And yesterday I met with the students in that program, and they're just laughing and carrying on, and in the computer lab doing estimating and putting up buildings, and they're all doing it electronically.
That's neat.
Yeah, and it really is a cool program.
And I know another instructor down there, Bill Oney, had his students build a garage setting, and they're going to take that and adapt it to the baseball field and use it as a locker room, I understand.
Right, and that was a really good hands-on project for the students because it all involved OSHA safety classes that we offer. So the students were learning how to operate safely, tie off, work up high, use nail guns, all these safe things they need to know, plus blueprint reading, layout, and it also helped with the high school students so they could have a hands-on experience here.
You know, I am so glad that Sandy helped set up the show with you here in the Technology Center, because I think it's important for people in the community to understand the various programs that we have, and also the quality of instructors and the great skills that people can get working here, going to school here. I think this is really a diamond in the rough, and people need to be aware of it. So I'd like to thank Sandy Richmond, our producer, for putting this show together. I was like, Sandy, here, come here. No way. But really, Ed, you've done a great job. Thank you so much. I'm sure there's more we could talk about, but we've run out of time. So thank you for having us. Congratulations on the great job you're doing.
Well, thank you.
It's really neat. And I'd like to thank all of you for watching this edition of Campus Chat. My name is Helene Morris, and we'll see you next time.
This has been Campus Chat, a monthly program from Western Nevada College. Campus Chat is made possible by the Western Nevada College Foundation.